Well, hi everyone. I'm John Retlin with a triple review of the last 3 shows put on by New Japan Pro Wrestling, New Japan Cup 2020 Nights 3, 4, and 5. Really quickly, I would like to apologize for not reviewing these shows individually. I've been working a lot, I've been doing a lot of reviews, I've been burning the candle at both ends, and I need sleep. That's really what it comes down to. I'm just trying to weigh my options and figure out the best way to provide you guys with the best reviews possible because I reviewed WWE, AEW, New Japan, and then the retro stuff as well. And I enjoy all of it. Don't give me even the stuff, that quite frankly makes me angry. I still enjoy it, and I appreciate you guys for reaching out to me and checking on me, and I would do the same for you guys, so thank you very much for that. But don't worry, I am good. I have been dealing with some personal stuff, but I am good, and I want to provide the best content possible. So right now, until New Japan gets back to a normal touring schedule, this is probably how I'm going to be reviewing their stuff. Though the Osaka Joe Hall show, or shows, I think it's a couple, I will try to review those live because that's going to be a whole lot of fun. But I just wanted to be as honest and open as possible with you guys. So, nights 3 and 5 had a couple good matches. Night 4 was the one where I was kind of, it wasn't stinky, it was just kind of okay. There were a couple decent moments, but everything was like, eh. So anyway, starting off night 3, an announcement, live primetime wrestling for the first time since 1986. That's from Recent JP on Twitter. Chris Charlton, great follow, knows his wrestling, super funny guy, and great for translations. I mean, I can't wait to hear English commentary again. And I know they do English commentary on these shows a couple days later, but I don't got time to wait for that. So I might go back and watch them at some point. But this is great to hear. And I think it's the New Japan of America stuff that they taped. So if that's the case, if you guys want me to review that stuff, because it's going to be on Friday nights, and I do review SmackDown as well, let me know in the comments, and I will make sure to review that. But I'm pretty damn excited. So we start off with an 8-man tag match. Minoru Suzuki, El Desperado, Kana Morrow, and Doki versus Yuji Nagata, Gabriel Kidd, Yuya Uemura, and Yota Tsuji. So basically, it's a bunch of young lions and Nagata against, three talents. And Doki, who is talented, but is always taking the fucking pin for Suzuki-gun. Now, Nagata and Suzuki just taking, the fucking piss out of each other. Just beating the piss and shit out of each other and everything. Thankfully, not literally, but they just picked up right where they left off with a great tournament match. My favorite tournament match of the show so far. Maybe a match on this show actually might replace it. And of course, the one young lion gets beat up, Yuya gets beat up for a bit. We get more Suzuki and Nagata, and Pinche Loco pins Yota 1, 2, 3. There you go. Sonata versus Taguchi. First round match. I gotta be honest, I enjoyed this, but I enjoyed it more at the end, and I know some matches have to build. Taguchi, sometimes his antics irritate me. Now, yes, Yano does the same antics, but Taguchi actually really can go in the ring. I'm not saying Yano can't, but Taguchi can, and that actually was kind of something I enjoyed about his Best of Super Juniors run last year, where he put the antics aside and did a whole lot more serious wrestling. Once things got going, it actually wasn't that bad, but the antics they didn't drag it down, but it didn't necessarily help it. When they did the freaking, submission reversals, that was some good shit. Really good closing moments. And in the bridge pin, 1, 2, 3, so Sonata advances. That was a good finish. Not the best match, not bad, but it did have some moments where I'm like, well, okay, this could have been cut down a little bit. We then have Sho versus Shingo. Sorry if that was too loud. This was fucking fantastic. This was better than their Best of Super Juniors match that they had last year. This was fucking great. These two fucking tore it up, beat the shit out of each other. A lot of shit beating going on here. And there was a lot stiff kicks, the clotheslines, everything, the reversals, the kickouts. Everything was really fucking good. These two tore the goddamn house down. Nobody could follow it. Even with the next match, nobody could goddamn follow it. This was fucking great. This is one of my favorite matches of the tournament, easily. I don't know if I'm going to do a countdown of my favorite matches of the tournament. Maybe I will. But this was fucking great. Sho did target the elbow to prevent, an excess of, stiff pumping bombers. That sounded a lot less dirty in my head before I said it. And then the last ride that he did into the double knees, that looked jarring. That looked like it really hurt. But when he hit the shock arrow and got the victory, I'm like, holy shit, he won. So that's pretty much my bracket right there, because I had Shingo going to the finals. But you know what? I'm not upset about it. Sho was very emotional afterwards. Sho's going to obviously be in the heavyweight division. and Yo's going to be in the junior heavyweight division, which is probably the right call because Sho has packed on quite a bit of muscle. Not that he was like disheveled before, but he could fit in with the heavyweights. Him and Shingo could have a series of matches. They really could. And you could have Sho as a never openweight champion. I'd be perfectly okay with that, especially once things get back into it. I'd say save it for Wrestle Kingdom. Save it for Wrestle Kingdom, and that'd be a big moment for Sho. So then I don't think we come crashing down to earth, but we have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kota Ibushi. These two never disappoint, but we've seen it before. Now, these two did very F's and shit and did some great submissions, the sudden strikes, all this. It was really, really good stuff. But again, we've seen it before. Now, I recognize that sometimes you can have repeat matches and you could be okay with it. Yeah, after I just said Sho and Shingo could have a series of matches. But these two have faced off quite a bit before. Now, it was good stuff. And then, even though it seemed like Zack Sabre Jr. might get the victory, he had a sudden knee strike and then the Kamigoye 1, 2, 3. Good stuff. Really enjoyed that. What I didn't enjoy was the main event. Tai Chi versus Tana Hoshi. And it wasn't because Tai Chi won. I could give two shits about that. Because I don't think... I didn't have Tai Chi winning, but it is what it is. Here's my problem. This match could have been cut in half. Because, he attacked Tana Hoshi in his entrance, when he was like up on the ropes and everything. Okay, cool. It's kind of similar to what he did with Naito when, they had their match and Naito maybe wasn't going to get his shot or whatever. He wasn't going to be able to beat Tai Chi and he got laid out and all that stuff. But this match could have been cut down a little bit. A motivated Tai Chi is a dangerous Tai Chi, a great Tai Chi. And I actually can enjoy Tai Chi when he's motivated. That match against Ishii they had, I believe, at Dontaku last year was really goddamn good. It was either Dontaku or... Was it Dontaku or was it Dominion? I think it might have been Dominion. I can enjoy that. This could have been cut down with, if you cut down some of the stalling. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to build the stuff, but you could have just made this a little quicker. Doki distracts, Axe Bomber, last right, and then the Black Mephisto, 1, 2, 3. And then Kota comes down to help his tag team partner because Kota and Tana are the tag team champions, and then Doki helps with the attack. So that's pretty much the end right there. So then night 4, I'm not going to take too long on night 4 here because night 4, it did not suck donkey dick or anything. It was not terrible. It was not shit in the ring. But this was a blasé episode, in my personal opinion. Bushi versus Yo. Yo having a cool mask and everything. Bushi always has the best masks. These two have faced off before and have had good matches, and are very, very good workers, but it was what it was. The super kick got commentary just to pop like crazy, which was actually really great. Reversals and Weapon X 1, 2, 3. Yo had a good showing, but Bushi winning was cool. I like the Bushi one. We then get Tenzan versus Yoshihashi. I can admit that this match is better than I thought, but Milano saving the camera when it almost got knocked over is actually kind of funny. There were some heavy chops, some heavy shit, and Yoshihashi was motivated here, and this was nice to see. It seemed like, oh no, Tenzan was going to win with the Vice. Nope, he didn't. Butterfly lock with beautiful transition into the butterfly lock, by the way. And he gets a tap out. So there you go. Okada, Sho, Ishii, and Yano. Excuse me. And Yano versus Naito, Hiromu, Shingo, and Sonata. This is all building around Hiromu and Yano because Yano keeps trying to shave Hiromu's hair. I think it goes back to a match they had years before. I don't know how long ago. Tell me in the comments if you want. I know it was a number of years ago. It was way to hype some matches. Ishii and Shingo, yes, please give me more of that. Inject that directly into my veins. And then Hiromu and Yano, they chase the seats. We get tape around the boots, and we get a double count out. Yeah, they're just around the elevators and stuff like that. And that would actually factor into the match the next night. But, this was okay. The double count, everybody's looking confused. Okada and Naito are like, well, what the fuck? What the fuck? What's going on? Everybody's like, why or what happened? So then we get Goto versus Yujiro. I like Goto, and Yujiro is not a bad worker. I did not care for this. The action was fine, but the fact that they were trying to make Yujiro an equal to Goto, even a little bit, it just didn't work for me. The reverse GTR got a pop. They attempted to use the cane. That did not work, the Tokyo Pimp cane. GTR for 3. There you go. Told you this review was going to be quick. Evil versus Kojima. The best match of the show, and it wasn't bad. I mean, Kojima had some good strikes in there, being the veteran. Evil with some good stuff as well. The assistant magic killer, poor Red Shoes. Poor fucking Red Shoes. He keeps stopping a lariat to cozy lariat. And then everything is evil, 1, 2, 3. So there's your lot on that. So evil advances. This wasn't bad. I mean, it's like, again, I'm kind of skipping through some of that stuff. It wasn't bad, but it's not a night I'm going to revisit. I'll put Sho and Shingo on my favorite matches of the year list. I'm not going to put anything from that night on my favorite matches of the year list. Same with this one. And this one had some good matches, don't get me wrong. Tai Chi Su Mori versus Kana Morrow. I believe it's Yoshinobu Kana Morrow, and I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Kana Morrow attacked Ishimori during his entrance, so we know who's going to heal the other, and he kept targeting the knee and stuff like that, even after Taiji tried to make a flurry of a comeback. We get the ref bump. He stops the alcohol spit, and then soon after hits the bloody cross. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Not a bad match. Ishimori advancing was the right call. Tomohiro Ishii versus Togi Makabe. Well, big lads smashing into each other repeatedly. Wait. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but oh, Japan. That would actually be fitting. Some very hard strikes, and yeah, there was a bad landing where he just did Ishii did a German suplex to Makabe into the corner. It was into the pads, thankfully. That would have been dangerous. We're not having the pads removed. This is not a Yano match. That match is going to be up later in the show. And Ishii kept targeting, Togi's neck, which actually kind of makes sense because Ishii does not have a neck. Fucking hell, if Tomohiro Ishii ever sees it. He's not going to watch this. But I love Ishii, but it's just the fact that he doesn't have a neck kind of worries me. But we get clothesline dueling, the one stiff clothesline in particular near the end, and then vertical drop brainbuster 1, 2, 3. It's a fun match. It's not going to be on my favorite matches of the tournament list, which actually now the more I'm thinking about doing these reviews, I don't think I'm going to do that, but I'll just talk about it in my matches of the year list. But this was pretty good. This was pretty good for what it was. Then we get Taichi, ZSJ, and Doki versus Ibushi, Tana Hoshi, and Taguchi. Hi, Doki, you're taking the pin again. This is also to hype up the building tag team title feud that's going to be happening between Taichi and ZSJ versus Ibushi and Tanahashi. Here's my question, though. You had Taichi and Doki teaming up one of the previous shows, night 3. Why don't you make them a team? Maybe they're going to make them a team and ZSJ is going to go off and do something else. Maybe when Jon Moxley can travel to Japan again, once these restrictions are lifted a little bit, because I want to see ZSJ versus Jon Moxley for the U.S. title. It wasn't bad. There was at one point where Ibushi actually just rushes the ring, attacks Taichi because he says, "Fuck it, you attack my buddy, you attack my buddy," and he just I don't think he would have said it like that. Ibushi's kind of insane though. And then we get Taichi choking Ibushi with a cord. What the fuck? Man, Japan's in some kinky shit. ZSJ and Tana, of course, with the series of matches they had last year, some pretty good stuff there. Tana's knee gets focused on. Taichi and Ibushi just kept hitting some hard kicks. And Dodon pins Doki 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Then the heels attack afterwards, and then they get chased off. We then get Hiromu versus Yano. Antics aplenty. Hiromu wore a construction helmet so he could stop all that stuff. All the hair antics and everything. The heretics, if you will. It's like Exorcist 3, the heretic. No, I don't know what this review is about, and I don't know what I'm on about anymore. But he kept stopping him from using the clippers, but then eventually they got near the trophy, the New Japan Cup crown trophy that they have set there near the stage. And Yano gets some scissors, and then he tapes Hiromu and Yota Tsuji together. Poor Yoda. No, wrong Yoda. And then cuts some of his hair. But then Hiromu gets upset. Still taped to Yota's leg, by the way. They chase Yano away. He manages to tape his legs together, put him on an elevator, and then send him up and stuff like that. And then they both get in the ring just before 20. So I guess Yota and Hiromu are going to be facing off in the New Japan Cup. No, I kid. Yoda had his chance and he lost. But that's kind of weird that they allowed that, for them to get back in when they didn't allow Shota and Moxley to do the same thing last year. But it is what it is. So not bad. It was antics filled as you would expect, but Hiromu advanced. Hooray! My one pick, the one pick I've gotten right, to advance far in this tournament. Maybe this will work. Maybe it'll work. What did work was Okada versus Nagato. Vet versus, the new ace of Japan, the Rainmaker. Nagata looked like his equal with some great shots and everything, some stiff kicks, but eventually the Okada clutch got the victory, and that's your lot right there. This is a nice match, and it was nice to see Nagata in the main event, as he deserves it, because he has given a lot to Japanese wrestling in general, to New Japan, and to wrestling all over the world. So this is fine. This is good stuff. I really enjoyed this. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.